Hello everyone, welcome to my corner of the world and to November the 2nd. Hopefully you remembered to change your clocks last night and that you're out there with me today. Well, I'm really excited to be doing another live with you. If you are out there, maybe you'll just go ahead and let me know you're there in the live chat on the right hand side of your screen, and just so I know I'm not talking to myself today. So as with every Sunday live, I have an idea and then we work through the idea to create a project from scratch, from that one idea. And if you were with me last week, we made this pretty little gift box which contains a small tube of hand cream. And so today I chose to use this stamp set with the coordinating set of dies. Now, I only got this the other day. I've not used it. You can see everything is completely unused, and I've not even opened the coordinating dies. So we're going to do that together today, and we see what we've got, and then we'll decide what we're going to do with it. So okay, so we've got two sets of dies. Ooh, pretty. Oh, pretty. Oh yes, this is nice. So I like the garland, and it looks like this one we'll be able to cut a hole. This one looks like it's leaves and some blossom. So I'm thinking that this coordinates with there. I don't know about these. Let's see. Let's see if these trees can be cut with that. Oh yeah, that looks like that's going to cut that tree. I don't know. Is it gonna? I think this is going to just cut a load of smaller trees. But I do like this. And just trying to see what else we've got. So we have images and words. So one of my favorite types of stamp sets. May this year be incredible and filled with possibilities. So a huge thank you. You mean so much to me. So those are our three. Oh, there's here for you. So there's 4 to choose from. And when I looked at this stamp set earlier, I thought this would be perfect for a New Year's card. And I know we've still got a couple of, well, what have we got? 7, maybe 8 weeks before the new year. But there's going to be a busy few 8 weeks, certainly if it's anything like my household. So maybe it's the time that we could actually do something for New Year. But bearing in mind that whatever we do, you could always change the greeting out and make it into a birthday card if you've got a birthday stamp in your stash. So let's see. Let's see how many bigs this is. So 4.5, so that's a circle, that's fine. 3.5 and 3.5. So that's going to fit on a card without any trouble at all. So we're good to go with that. Right. So I thought what I would do today is do a is it a book fold or a book bind card? I thought that would make a good one. And rightly or wrongly, I always associate New Year with silver and blue. I don't know why that is, but it kind of always, and I've seen black and gold, but I'm going to use silver and this navy cardstock. That's what I'm going to use for that. And I've got this paper, which I haven't used for a long time, and it's called Naturally Gilded, and it's single-sided, but it's got like silver, there's a gold, and then there's I think it's sort of a copper. So I'm going to stick with the silver, and I'll tell you why I was going to, because I thought, well, I could do black and gold, but I've got this silver foil, but I haven't got a gold one, or if I have, I can't find it anywhere. So I thought, okay, let's go with what we've got, and see what we can come up with. So if we look on this, it does go lovely together, doesn't it? It really does go beautifully together. I like that. Now then, let's get this out and see if, now that's not going to be big enough, that piece, so we'll have to get a bigger piece out for there. Okay, so book fold. So we're going to start with a piece of card that is 11 by 4 1/4. So it's just a sheet, half a sheet of letter size card. That's all we're working with. And I'm going to do a score at 5 1/2. So that gives us in half, like that. And then I want to do another score, and I just need to think, well, I think maybe at 1 1/4 from there. 1 1/2, no, 1 1/4. And that will make sense in a minute. So 5 1/2 plus 1 1/4 is 6 3/4. See, we did all that math last week, didn't we? And hopefully you saw that I put the measurements for that cute little box underneath the video, and that it kind of changed from when I was actually making it live, because I improved my measurements a bit, because they were a bit on the slightly large size. So that's what we call a book fold card. So this will actually be sort of sealed down. So we're going to need a piece of paper inside. So let's see. Yeah, that should be 4 1/4. So if we make a piece, if we cut a piece 4 by 4, that gives us our piece to write our "To You, Love from Me." So is that going to fit? Perfect. So that's an easy piece to cut. And then I want to use this piece here. So we said that that was 1 1/4. So if I do 1 1/8, it'll be slightly smaller. That's nice. It's got a nice big stripe down the middle. And it's 4 1/4 long, so we're going to do 4 1/8. There. So that gives us a very sort of pretty pattern or panel on the side. So that's my starting point. Now I've got to think about what we're going to do next. So we need something here. I don't want to do a whole bit, although maybe I could. So maybe we could use, so if you're out there and you've got any suggestions, maybe we could like do that, and we can cut a hole like that, and then maybe we can add a garland in one of the colours. And then this is cute. That cuts two, and it cuts like a right hand and a left hand. So we could always do like that. Put 1 and 1. Let's see, we've got some ribbon. We've got this lovely 1/8 trim. We could always put that at the bottom. Right. How am I doing so far? Give me a thumbs up. Brilliant. Okay. Now then, let's see. Where's that one? We got this big, lovely big one that I could just pop in the middle. This says, may this year be incredible and filled with possibilities. That would fit nicely in the middle there. Do I need a hole? Do I need a hole? Okay, so we could use that piece of white, or we've got this. We have got this. Look. Glimmer paper. And this comes from the this set. It's got Berry Burst, Old Olive, and white. Look. And you get a sheet of each in the packet. Look at that. Ooh. You know me, when it comes to sparkly things, I'm definitely into sparkle. So I'm wondering, should I take this out and put this in and then build this up like that, and with a bit of ribbon. So if you've got any thoughts, just pop them in the live chat there. It will take a few moments for them to come through. Over the internet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself a piece of this, and I'm going to do 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 again. Four and an eighth and 4 1/8. Okay, so that will go there, and then that will go there, whichever's the right way up. I think that's the right way up. There we go, I think that's the right way up. Okay, now we're going to get this die. I'm going to put my dies up on the little magnet here because I have a habit of getting them tucked under stuff only to lose sight of them, and then they get caught up with something, and next thing I know I can't find them because they got caught up with something, because these are very sort of smallish dies. Right, so here we go. So I've got my cutting machine and I've got my base plate, the number 1 plate, then the die adapter, which is the number 2. Then I'm going to put a number 3 plate down. So I'm saying this because sometimes I get questions from folks saying, what do I need to use? And so I'm saying this is what you need to use. And we're going to put that in the middle now. I've got some of this tape. This is like whatchamacallit. This is like sticky notes, and I'm not sure this is going to hold it in place without that sticky, with that glitter. Maybe it's not as, but hey, no, it doesn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and do it on the back. And let's see how that works. And then we're just going to put another plate on the back, on the top, and just gently and slowly crank that through, because it's quite thick. That material is really quite thick. And I want to make sure that we get a cut. It's not as thorough a cut as I expect it to be. But let's see. No, we are going to get a piece of paper. There's a piece of card. I'm just going to put a shim in there just to give it a bit more thickness. There. Now I know now that if I can see that cut there, it's come through here. Yes, look at that. Brilliant. I need to just do if I peeled this off, it would help. So that is, if you like, a tip for cutting some of this thicker, is that you simply flip it over and do it face down. And then if you need to, you can put a shim in. See, that's cut that piece quite nicely, hasn't it? Right, so let's put that over there. I'm not sure what I'm going to use that for, but we'll use it for something. Pop that to one side till we make up our mind what else we're going to do with it. Right, so let's see what we've got. So we've got like that, and this piece. So how are we doing so far? Well, I've got 3 thumbs up, so we must be going somewhere. Right, now then. There's my To You Love From Me piece. So I need a piece to stamp on. So I'm going to use the same die. Now this is thinner card, so I am not going to, well, maybe should I cut a piece or shall I just stick a piece behind? My original thought was that I'd cut a piece and then I could just sort of slot it in. But maybe we won't cut a piece out, we'll just trim it down and stick it on the back. So if I cut this slightly smaller, so that's like 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, and my hole measures 3. So if I cut this down to like 3 3/4, 3 3/4 square, like that, and then that can go on the back like that. Now then, I'm just going to attach this like that. Where did my other piece go? There it is. And then we're going to look at stamping. Now, as I said when we started, this is a brand new stamp set, and sometimes you get a little bit of like manufacturing residue on them, and it can just stop the ink picking up nice and smoothly. So I always just give my stamps a little clean when they're brand new, and then after that, because I clean them when I use them, so you don't have that problem again. Right, let's see. Got a scrap of paper. Just going to test it out. Lovely, beautiful. Right. So we're going to stamp that in the middle. Perfect. Now, you may have been wondering why I didn't attach this back piece to the shiny paper, glittery paper, before I stamped. Just in case I made a snafu on the stamping, I wanted to be able to flip it over if I messed it up. That's the only reason I did that. So I'm just going to be using some of this adhesive. This is just, you know, tape that you can use when you're packing up your Christmas packages. Okay, come off. There you go. I'm just going to pop a piece on each side. And see where we go from there. Oh, I need a piece up there. In fact, I think I need to put a piece down here, because otherwise that corner might just be a little bit flappy. There. Oh, what are we thinking so far? Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Well, everybody, you know me and shiny. I'm like a jackdaw, isn't it? A jackdaw that collects shiny things. Okay. Okay. Let's pop that to one side. And I'm going to have to find something to do with that. Yeah, I'm going to have to find something to do with that. Now then. my next thought is we're going to build up our garland around here, like that. And I think if I do the navy, it will be a lovely, it will be a good contrast, it will pop. So I need to cut this piece about just over 4 inches. And let's get that cut. Right. Okay, I don't need to worry about making sure it's centered on this one, because I'm going to use the bits, the cutout bit, rather than the bit that's surrounding it. So again, it's a lot of detail on this one, so slow pass. Let's see. Oh, well, we know that that's nicely cut. Well, that came off beautifully. Now, I just had a thought that maybe I should have used some adhesive sheet. That's that really thin one. So we're going to have to position that, because it's just, there we go. So that's that. And I'm going to find a use for that, I'm sure. Now then, I'm tempted, really tempted, to use a piece of this on as well. So if we take another piece of 4x4, well, just 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Let's cut that now. Because I sometimes forget that, you know, you can use paper, decorative paper, for die cuts. Well, why not? Again, nice and slow. Make sure it cuts. If it cut that blue card beautifully, then it's gonna cut this just as well. Yeah, look at that. So we have had some long waited for rain here in North Texas. We had some Thursday, yeah. We were desperately in need. We hadn't seen any for about 5, maybe 6 weeks. And it was like in the night, but today we've had quite a lot of rain. So I know all my plants are all going, all excited they are with getting some water in there, around their roots. Okay. Now then, there was this one which I thought would, ooh, am I going to be able to get that out of there? Well, that appeals to me. Let's see if we can cut those out of there without it moving. So we go ahead and put our sticky paper down. Give ourselves a fair chance. See, yep, we got a good cut again. I think I feel okay about throwing that away now. I'm really comfortable about that. There. Let's get ourselves. Oh, so we've been going about half an hour. That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. And so, will that go there? Can it be seen sufficiently? And we've got this here. I've got some navy ribbon, but it's got gold in it, so that's not going to work so well. But, so we've got some white ribbon that we could use. Maybe we could put some white ribbon on there. And now I'm thinking, well, I didn't use this yet. So since we're going all out, let's see if this will work. Yes, let's cut some of these and then decide whether we're going to use the blue ones or whether we're going to use the silver ones, because I'm thinking that those silver ones, those blue ones, are a bit lost. So we'll just cut these ones and then we'll make a decision on what we're going to do. Okay. So let's take the blue ones. And maybe what we could do is decide where if we put that one there and then that one there, and then we could perhaps put the silver ones on like that. And maybe we could then have a white ribbon like that. Okay, anybody got any thoughts on whether that's workable? We're just going to put a little bit of silver there, like that. I've started doing this on a lot of my cards where I've used like decorative paper on it. I've started putting a little strip of decorative paper on the inside to kind of pull the design through. Because if you followed me, you'll know that I love decorative paper, but in the past I've always hated to use it because I always think to myself, I need the perfect project for that paper, and then I find it difficult to think, okay, which perfect project am I going to use it for? And then I find it tucked away in a corner, say a year later, and I've not used it. So I made a promise to myself a few years back that I would use my decorative paper up. So we've got a nice little twiggy bit we could stamp inside. We've also got a tree. So let's do the tree. Let's see how that goes. Right, let's just give that one a little clean. Right, so if you've just joined me, welcome. I really appreciate you coming along today. And just to explain, if you haven't joined in any of my lives before, that on Sunday I create something from scratch. I have an idea, I then pull some supplies out, and then we work it from scratch. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, you know, just go ahead and write them in the chat, in the live chat there. So I'm not going to put the whole tree there, I'm just going to put a piece of the tree there. I tend not to put words inside my Christmas or my cards generally, regardless of whether they're Christmas or anything else. I prefer to leave them blank, and that way I can write, you know, whatever it is I want in them when I come to use them. And I like if it's a happy birthday or whatever have you, but I'll put a few extra words in, you know, thinking about you on your and wishing you a very happy birthday. So I like a bit of space. Okay. Now we've got, where's my piece? No, that's not it. Here it is. So we've got this edging here, which is like the book binding. So if we put a little bit of adhesive on this. Now typically, if I'm doing a book binding fold, I'll put some ribbon down there, but I still don't know if I want to use ribbon or which ribbon I want to use. I mean, anyone out there like to make have a vote, white or silver? It takes a few moments for it to come through, so I'll just kind of attach a few of these extra pieces on there. I'm not going to use the double-sided sticky pad, the dimensionals, because I think this is going to be quite a thick card, and if you want to put it in the post, then it might make it a little bit too big to put a regular stamp on it, and I don't like paying extra for my post things. I don't like paying for postage anyway, but hey. And if you're like me and you're sending a lot of things like international, then it starts to get a bit expensive. So I've got, this is quite high up in my hole, so I'm just being mindful and making sure that I organize my wreath so that it doesn't lose too much of my words at the top. So now, I mean, we could do both. Couldn't we do both? who's to say we couldn't just do both? I mean, this is a luxurious card after all. So, why can't we do both? Anyone out there say we can't do both? Let's see. There. Ooh. Right. Now then, I'm starting to think maybe you have a go at not having the blue one there. Let's see what we think of that. Not sure. I'm really not sure now whether or not to just not go with the blue one. Or maybe do we not go with the white and silver and just do this? Anyone out there, help me out, put me out my misery. Right, make your mind up, time Sind. Right, so now don't put adhesive on your skin if you are likely to be allergic to it. I know I am not, so that's why I'm happy to do it. But be careful. I don't want you blaming me. Now I have a feeling this is not going to stick to that glimmer paper, so we might have to just put a few glue dots around to make that stick. Right, now then I need to put this so that there's a bit that's like that. I like that there. So it will, it'll stick to the card on the inside, but maybe not so much to the glimmer paper. So bear with me while we put a few glue dots on there just to make sure that it doesn't move. There we go. I think I'm coming to the end of this roll. Good job, I always keep several rolls open on my workbench just in case. This is why I say if I had thought ahead of time and used my tape, my sheet adhesive or adhesive sheet, I wouldn't be struggling with this now. But see, it happens to me all the time when I'm doing lives. I go and cut something out and think, ooh, I could have done with some adhesive sheet there. Right, so I'll just put a couple more on just to make sure it doesn't move away too much. I think we could pop one in there. There we go. Scoosh it under like that. So we're coming along with some pretties. So we've done that bit. So do we do this bit now? Or do I just go, oh, I got stuff stuck to me now. Or shall I just go ahead and put these little pieces on in silver? And then we can either do a white bow there, or we could put a silver bow in like that. I like the silver, but I'm worried about it being a bit lost on there. So, do we put some ribbon down there? Oh yeah, let's just put some ribbon down there. And we'll use the white ribbon then. Right, so I'm going to attach that like that and get out the sticky tape again. And give that a bit of a rub so it doesn't. And then we're going to put some double-sided tape to hold it in place. And I was doing something the other day where I was sticking something down with double-sided tape, and I decided that I would also add some liquid, and it did a really good job of sticking things down. I was quite, so I'm going to do it again because this has got a lot of weight to carry, like that. Just going to pop a glue dot underneath this just to hold it in place. And just, I'm going to pop these on there. I'm not going to use that one I cut from the decorative paper. I think I'll make another card with it, or make something with it. But you rest assured it won't go to waste. And then where's the other gold silver one? There it is. Try and get the tiniest, weeniest dots so it doesn't squidge all over the place when I put it down. Let's pretty up this bow a little bit, because it was made in haste. and pop another glue dot on there. Cover that join there. Okay, and let's just clear my mess. And you know, because we haven't got enough on here already, so we're just going to put a few, because I've got a bit of a space there. I got one of these medium ones up there, and maybe I'll just put a couple of them on here. Like that. No, I try as I might, I don't think it's going to work on there. Let me put this onto a darker background so that you can see. And I'm going to smoosh in a little bit. Hopefully it won't make you seasick. There we go. So you can see the card. So there we have a bookfold card. Lots of glimmer. Think it's going to work super duper as a New Year card. Although, as I say, you could change the colours up. Maybe do some reds and some greens. And make a Christmas card idea. Different colours to do birthday or thank you or whatever have you. So there we go. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, perhaps you'll go ahead, give me a thumbs up. I'd certainly appreciate any comments that you may have, questions. You can pop them below and I'll do my best to answer them, and I'd certainly love to read them. And just thank you for taking some time to spend with me today. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week, where we'll work on another project together from scratch. Well, thank you and bye-bye for now.